third of the heats, the third and final heat. So once again we have a tie in lane 1, Watbok Pirapon, lane 3, Latdavon Say, another of the Laotians, and from Indonesia in lane 5, Abdul Halim Dalimunte. And that's our look at the third of the Laotian athletes, and well, he's not much older than the others, he's just 18 years of age, so this youthful squad, all sprinters. That's our first look at Watbok Pirapon. He's the youngest of the Thai athletes in the 100 metres, just 20 years of age. Abdul Halim Dalimunte from Indonesia is the third of the competitors. He'll be 31 later on this month.
We talk about the trust that clearly develops between the guide and the runner. I guess the guide has really got to be very strong. He's got to talk. He's got his instructions have got to be very, very clear. But you hope that sometimes he doesn't have to pull his partner back into the lane. If that's going to happen, you're clearly going to lose a little bit of time. So much hinges on this close coordination, cooperation between the two of them.
So for the competitors in the second and the third heats, none of that huge wait for the start of the race. They're able to get themselves in position, do the last of their warm-ups, get ready, go to their marks and get the race underway. I think they've had a bit of an advantage there.
Just caught one of the pairs doing their practice warm-up, and interesting how they have to coordinate arm to arm and leg to leg. If that goes out of sync, then that's crucial as well.
In lane 1, representing Thailand, Pirapon Watbok. In lane 3, representing Laos, Thai Latdavon. And in lane 5, representing Indonesia, Abdul Halim Dalimunte.
Well, the athletes have been introduced. I understand that the last athlete, the Indonesian guy, likes to be called D. Abdul Halim, so I'm quite happy to go with that. So, Say in lane 3, Pirapon in lane 1, D. Abdul Halim in lane 5. The third of the heats for the men's 100 metres. Once again, the careful preparation. As Nick mentioned previously, the sighted guide has to help his runner get the hands in the right place, get the feet exactly right. Make sure you're pointing in exactly the right direction. You'll be a couple of degrees off, you're heading the wrong way. But they'll have gone through this time after time after time.
I think you're absolutely right, Jamie. They've clearly rehearsed and rehearsed. They've got a great understanding from practice at home. The difference here, of course, is it's the ultimate competitive situation for them. Everything has got to be right.
And when the adrenaline flows, you don't do things exactly the same as you do on the training ground. So here we are. Oh, everything not ready. So if the starter's not happy, everybody has to step back and go through the whole procedure again.
I missed it the first time, but interesting how they almost interlock fingers behind the line. It's like there's a tactile element there to trigger things off. We'll have a closer look again and see if I'm right.
Well, presumably the response to the gun, if the hands are moving, then they'll both move at the same time. You can see out in lane 5, Abdul Halim, the Indonesian athlete, 30 years of age, the most experience in the field. And obviously with 8 athletes running simultaneously, the maximum you can have effectively is just 4 in a heat. So 4, 4 and 3 and we're ready to go. And we're off. And once again, lane 1 has gone well. It's Pirapon, and it's Pirapon from Abdul Halim. Abdul Halim's coming with a great late run. Abdul Halim, I think he's going to get him on the line. Abdul Halim wins first. Pirapon Watbot comes second, and Latdavon Say comes in third for Lao.
What great acceleration in the second 50 of the race there. For a while I thought that, you know, he's gone, but he's well past him at the end, and I think they've ducked down to 12 seconds as well.
Well, I think perhaps the most impressive performance we've seen this morning in the 100 metres. Looks a tremendously strong athlete once he got in his stride. He was so powerful. That short pattering stride early on, he's quite a long rangy athlete. Very good, keeps his form nicely, whereas in lane 1 Pirapon was getting a little bit ragged towards the end there. And you could see Abdul Halim just holding his finger up there, asking if he was number 1 or not. That must be a strange sensation as well, not knowing whether you've come first or not. But a great run from the Indonesian there.